Yeah. You are the project manager of a large construction project you are completing for another organization. You and the project team have finished the requirements gathering process and are creating the work breakdown structure for the project. The customers inform you, however, that they need to increase the size of building by 10,000 square feet. They are willing to accept the fee and time schedule change. What must happen next? The project scope must be revised. The project must be start over. Nothing. The project manager can add 10,000 square feet to the WBS. The change must be managed through the cost control system. So D, option D.
So yeah, let's analyze. So we can eliminate option B and option C, right? So we have
Yeah.
a choice between option A and D. So you
Yeah.
are saying about D. So Kamar, do you agree D or would you go for A?
I think A will be more appropriate as per my understanding, because if they are going to increase the size by 10,000 square feet, it doesn't mean their cost is going to increase. So the last option is only describing the cost control system. But maybe other things are there. Also, they are willing to accept the fee and time schedule. But definitely, the scope may affect the design of the building. Maybe the size will affect the design of the building, or maybe some other things will be there. So, better option will be the first one. Scope must be revised first. I don't know, but I think that will be more appropriate.
Okay. Okay. So you think cost, he think that. I think we have a cost, sorry, the scope which has changed. So we must revise the scope and accordingly, because this is just the beginning, guys, that we just gather the requirements and then they have changed the design or have increased the scope. So we have yet to prepare a budget and schedule for this project. Right now, we have not even finalized our baselines. So there is no need for, I mean, any change request as of now. However, however, um, yeah, so since we were going to create our scope baseline and there is a scope which has changed, so definitely we must, uh, the scope has, so scope must be revised so that everything will depend on the scope. So scope will be revised and then we will accordingly, we will estimate for our schedule and budget. So the first thing should be the scope should be revised because it has changed. The option D, the change must be managed through the cost control system. Definitely, there will be a system which is the change management system. So it is not cost control system. Cost control system might be there for just purpose of controlling the extra cost in the organization. However, if the option was there that invoke the change management system, then we would have gone for D, but it is not the case. So let's go for A and we will proceed. I think Hasib has also joined us. Hasib, do you have any comments? He's on mute. Okay, let's proceed. Yes, Kamar, read.
Paul is a Scrum Master of Project I, which has just begun planning. This is a hybrid project to design now. In addition to determining Project I's journal requirements, what else Paul do while planning the project? So he should acquire the team, acquire a budget, determine what skill needed to complete the project I, determine who is the stakeholder. So he
So,
just he he just arranged the general requirement. Now, what other things he should add while planning the project?
Hmm. This is important
So,
that we should know which phase we are. So he clearly told you that we are in the planning phase. So accordingly, we can see if we reach to the planning phase, so we have done the initiation. If we have done the initiation, so which means that we are done with identifying our stakeholders at least. So D is not an option. And if we are also done with initiation, so this is a planning stage, right? So then we may think of what skill set we need. We may think of how we will acquire budget and how we will acquire project team, but we will not acquire project team because it's not an execution, right? I mean, it's like you are not sending people to start the work. You just started the planning. So my opinion is that think about it's just the beginning of the planning. So yeah, it will not be like an execution. So what do you think the answer should be?
then, for example, the answer should be, I think, C we can consider.
Okay, I will lock it unless you guys disagree. Okay. Yes, Kumar, read.
Warner is the Scrum Master for Project H, which is in its fifth iteration, has a velocity of 37 story point, and is on budget. Recently, a new vendor joined the project to provide specialized expertise the project team lacks. Warner wants to ensure the vendor integrates with the team. What should he be sure to cover with them? The team ground rules, the team progress so far, sprint review notes, project H's, CPI and SPI. Uh, see, A and B, these two can be considered. And I go for B.
What should be what should he be sure to cover with them? So recently, a new vendor joined the project to provide specialized expertise the project team lacks. Warner wants to ensure the vendor integrates with them. What should he be sure to cover with them? Hmm. Obviously, it is a new person who
What is SPI?
schedule performance index.
Okay.
Look, it's just a matter of one person, more person joining your team. Whatever he is saying, Warner is a Scrum Master, the project is in fifth iteration, velocity is 37 point, the status, whatever, the health is there, we also can see from this question. And project is on budget. So there is no matter of, I mean, showing the team progress so far. Recently, a new vendor joined the project to provide specialized expertise, which the team lacks. So now a new person, whenever new person joins the team, we have a, with the team formation again starts. Okay. So who does what and who is who, these important introduction and these things come in. So Warner want to ensure that vendor integrates with the team. Vendor integrates with the team. So integrates mean like gels with the team well. So better we go through I would say we go through the ground rules so that we understand what we should talk about, what we can talk about, what we cannot talk about, what are the timings that we work, what we expect from each other, what are each general roles and responsibilities of each other, right? What do you think? Do you agree?
Actually, I would say now we are at a fifth iteration. Okay, so some year maybe 30, 40, 50%. Some new person is joining also. Definitely ground rules are required, but I think C we cannot consider, or why we are not considering C?
There is nothing like sprint review notes. What is sprint review? I know sprint review. Sprint review is done when we are done with one of the sprint, and then sprint demo is done, and then we show the product, and then the customer gives us the feedback. But the question here is that what should he be sure to cover with them? So the purpose is he want the vendor to integrate well with the team, to gel with the team, to get to know with the team. So the purpose is fulfilled only when we all together go through the ground rules. The
Okay,
progress is
okay.
not an issue. The deliverables is not an issue. It's a new person joining the team. Team will always go back to the formation. Whenever a new person joins, team will always go back to the formation, no matter it was performing team. If a new person will join, team will go back to the forming stage. Okay.
Okay, okay. Fine.
Okay, let's go. I'm having my lunch as well. Continue, guys.
What skill should a Scrum Master possess that will assist them with doing their job? Communication, acting as a coach for team development, optimism and servant leadership, and above all. So I think the good communication and listening skills is also required. He will be the coach for the team development. Optimism, I think above all is all relevant.
Okay. Agree, guys? No sound, no voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Agree. Continue. Yes, Kumar, read.
Uzani is a Scrum Master for Project I, which is 7 iteration into the deployment and has a velocity of 22 story points. A stakeholder raised the possibility of a new risk occurring during a recent sprint review that would add substantial work to project 1, but it is not likely to occur. What should Suzanne to do next? Start with it. Have a development team prepare a mitigation strategic for the risk. Add risk to risk register regularly and review it. Escalate the problem to the project management office. Ignore the risk. C and D straight away ignored. Have a development team to prepare the mitigation strategies for the risks. A is more relevant.
Yeah, it's a agile project. So adding the risk to the risk register and regularly review it. Yes, we do it. We have a risk register, but it is in predictive projects. We have,
Yes.
if we have a risk, we add a mitigation in our backlog in the agile project. So have her development team prepare mitigation strategy for the risk, and then we discuss this risk with the product owner and make the mitigation part of the product backlog for the next sprint or the current sprint. Okay. So simply adding the risk to the risk register and regularly reviewing it will not help us unless we prepare a proper mitigation and we action on the mitigation so that we can be sure that if the risk occurred, we are covered. Agree? Or no?
No, I'm agree with that. But I have a question, not related to this. See, this adding the risk to the risk register. So even Agile also, After the okay, risk mitigation plan will be there,
Mhm.
and any new risk will be occurs.
Mhm.
So we will add in the risk register, right?
We have impediment backlog where there are
Mhm.
issues or roadblockers, impediments we put. Mhm. The question, the thing is that I'm just seeing that it is missing. I am identifying a risk. It is not likely that it will occur. It's very likely that I should add in the risk register and keep an eye on it. Okay. But my only objection is that we are in the agile
Mhm.
project. So now and the risk actually, a stakeholder raised the possibility of new risks occurring during a recent sprint review that would add substantial work to the project. So it means there is a sprint review, which is an agile ceremony, which will happen when we will show the product to the customer. And there is a chance that we will not get the proper feedback and then we'll move on. And this will add substantial work to the project, or we will get unnecessary feedback, which will add substantial work to the project. Now, it's a matter of development team to prepare the mitigation strategy for this risk. So we are nearing a project sprint review. So we should alert our developers that what should be your mitigation strategy to avoid adding substantial work to the project, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hit the see answer should hit the problem. This answer is not hitting the problem. This will at least put it like you are putting the risk in the risk register, and you will close the register and put it somewhere. It will not solve the problem. So your answer should actually hit the problem and solve it.
Okay. So if it is most likely to happen means we can review it.
Even if it is
Happening
that,
also.
see, looks like if there is very low probability, then even we have a watch list. We have a risk register. We have a watch list where we put the risks which are very less likely to occur, but we keep an eye on those risks. But this is all pure traditional project management. In Agile, we prepare a mitigation, add in the product backlog, prioritize it, put in the next sprint or current sprint and action on it. We don't have time.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Kamar, read.
Marco and Bob have recently joined Project XYZ, a agile software development project that is in its fifth sprint cycle. During
Mhm.
sprint planning meeting, they both have different views about what needs are to meet customers' requirement.
Mhm.
This is the example of definition of done, pair programming, divergence, gulf of evaluation. So I think they are planning for the sprint review. Definitely there will be a acceptance of some points. So they have different views about the definition of done,
Mhm.
I believe. So first point will be more relevant.
Uh, okay, guys. Yeah, but the question is that there is a misunderstanding. So you need to bridge it. You need to bridge the gap. Any gap in misunderstanding is actually like a Gulf. Gulf, the Gulf countries. There is so the Gulf mean that there is a some patch where we are not connected. So what we do,
Okay, okay.
so it's like there is a big
Mhm.
big misunderstanding, like so we need to bridge it. So it's more likely that there is a gulf of understanding, but gulf of evaluation, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is never I heard that gulf of evaluation. Mhm. I
Mhm.
heard the word that gulf of misunderstanding. Yes. Now, you can say from this situation that it's a divergence, that two people think totally diverse, like they are, one is going this way, the other is going this way. So it's a divergence. It's not definition of done. Definition of done is that is in the acceptance criteria, like your user stories must pass the definition of done means must pass the acceptance criteria as mentioned in the user story. So that means that it is done. Everything, the checklist is passed. Pair programming is the technique in extreme programming XP framework where we assign two developers to work on a single code at the same time. So one will write the code, other will review the code, and they may shift their positions. Okay, so that we can avoid the problem of occurrence, I mean problem or to occur. So one will be reviewing at the same time, he will be able to correct if the other make a mistake. So that is called pair programming. Two people working on same computer at the same time, one is reviewing the code, other is writing the code. That is called pair programming. And this is a situation of divergence where you have two different point of view, but it could have been gulf of misunderstanding, but it is not because it is saying the gulf of evaluation. Okay, got it? I hope it's clear.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, Kamar, read.
You are a project manager of customer relationship management program that will involve people from all part of your organization. Your project team may include a representative of the people from all part of the company. Functional manager needs to know when their worker will be released from your project. Which one of the following is the subsidiary project plan that document this information? The resource management plan, staffing management plan, WBS, cost control plan. I think it will be staff management plan.
When they will be released.
Hmm.
Not WPS, not cost control, either staffing or resource management. Now, there is one little difference. Staffing management plan has the time the resource will start with you and the time the resource will leave with you. Maybe date. But resource management plan has the requirement part of it.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Guys, Kumar, read.
You are the project manager for your organization. Mercy, the sponsor of the project, has asked that you use a different grade of material of for your project. She believes the current material used or lesser quality than the material she proposed. The customer demands the highest quality on the project deliverables. This change in material will cause the project cost to increase by 20%. Which one of the following best describe the cost of the material? Cost of quality or project management cost?
So what is gold plating?
Gold plating. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Don't get confused. Okay. Customer is demanding quality product, right? Quality deliverable. And you have to change the material and it will cost you. But in order to meet the quality standard, in order to avoid mistakes, whatever money you need to spend, this is cost of conformance. Okay. And in order to rework or fix the defect, what money you spend, it is cost of non-conformance. Combinedly, the cost of conformance plus cost of non-conformance, together it is called cost of quality. So I want to prevent the mistake. I have to choose standards, enforce standards, use pair programming, code review, test-driven development, unit testing, whatever. I am ensuring that I should not make a mistake. This is called cost of conformance. And then if I have a issue, I need to fix it, I need to do rework, then it means that I have cost of non-conformance. Then if I add both these costs, I get the cost of quality. Okay, so this is the most relevant option here. It's not gold plating. Gold plating is the extra thing that the customer has never asked you, and you just try to please the customer and add extra in the scope, which may a customer like, but that's not that will cost you. Definitely it will cost you, but why you will do it then? So this is gold plating, that customer has never asked, but you are just trying to please customer and you are adding stuff which will cost you. So why you incur a cost? So that's gold plating. Project management cost. It's not project management cost and it's not discretionary cost. There is nothing like discretionary cost in project management dictionary. Okay. Yes. Kumar, keep reading.
Heath is the Scrum Master for Project O, which is ninth iteration into development, is on budget and has a velocity of 93 story point. Heath is preparing for a meeting with a stakeholder who prefers to speak a lot, frequently to determine of other discussion. What should Heath to do? Prepare. Remove the stakeholder from the meeting. Ask team members to interrupt and stakeholder frequently. Review the agenda and have a plan for keeping the stakeholder on task. Change the meeting time. Option C.
Okay. Yes, Kumar. Continue.
Yeah. Gene is a Scrum Master for Project G, which is ninth iteration into the development and has a velocity of 93 story points. Project G has team members located in multiple countries and has so far successfully deployed deliverables. What should Gene do next? Do nothing. The team is working together well. Bring on more team members in location. Ask team how they are working together to identify the improvement. Ask the product owner for ideas on how to improve the performance. I think this question we have taken earlier.
Yeah. Yes. It will be
Okay.
coming randomly. So if you know the answer, let us know.
Yeah, see.
Okay. Yes, continue.
All projects should include a final project report that are archived as a part of project organizational process asset. Why should the final project report to be archived? Choose the best answer. In case the customer has a change to the project scope, in case project finances are ever called into question, in case the organization need to update the project product, in case the future project teams need to projects information to help them to complete their projects. So option D.
Okay.
Ethan is a project manager of the NHA project for his company. And he is working with two stakeholders who have conflicting objectives.
Mhm.
One of the stakeholders Nancy is demanding a different grade of tile for the floors,
Mhm.
while other opposing stakeholder Mike insists the new tile will cost too much for the project and he doesn't really like the tile anyway.
Mhm.
You get the two stakeholders to agree that if Nancy pays for the difference in tile cost from her budget, Mike will agree to change in tile. What type of conflict resolution in this? Compromising, withdrawal, smoothing, problem solving. Uh, Problem solving or
Hmm.
compromising?
So Ethan is a PM of NHA project and he is working with two stakeholders who have conflicting objective. Okay, conflict is there. So one of the stakeholder is Nancy, which is demanding a different grade of tiles for the floor, while the opposing stakeholder Mike insists the tile will cost too much for the project and does not really like it, the tiles anyway. So you get two stakeholders to agree. Now that if Nancy, you get the two stakeholders to agree that if Nancy pays for the difference in the cost from her budget, Mike will agree to change in the tile. What type of resolution is this? Yeah, that's a problem solving that you already solved the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, continue. कोई काजिम
Yeah.
आया था चला गया. Okay, continue.
You are the project manager of the KJP projects. You, the project team, and the project sponsor are working together to complete quality management planning. Stakeholder has compared your current project scopes to recently completed project that utilize Six Sigma technique in their project.
Hmm.
This comprehension is called what?
What? What is Six Sigma?
The project manager, the KPI, you, the project team, and sponsor working together to complete quality. And
If
stakeholders
Kazim joined
compare
the
your current
class
project
now, he
scope
will
to
answer this
recently
question easily.
completed project. This comprehension is called what?
Kazim, answer this question. We are waiting for you. Mm-hmm.
Kazim is in quality background.
Yeah. अरे बोल नहीं सकता वो कह रहा है मेरा म्यूट है और बोलना we have added you. We are waiting for you to answer the question.
Six Sigma testing. It's
Kazim,
a quality assurance plan.
what are you doing? You are comparing one project with the other project. What does it call?
Analysis.
Why? If you ask me that using the Six Sigma technique, so what is Six Sigma technique? It's a statistical tool. It's a statistical technique. Okay. But again, look what the question is. Question is the stakeholder has compared your current project to a recently completed project that utilize Six Sigma technique in their project. So this comparison is called what? You are comparing two projects. Let's say you compare the competitor, that what they are doing. So when we compare a competitor, what do we call it?
Benchmarking.
Yes. It's not that
Benchmarking. Because
statistical.
yeah.
I got it.
Benchmarking. Yeah. Because this project is achieved in this, and we should achieve something.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
yes.
Kamar, are you there?
Okay,
Not
no
there.
issue. I'll take it.
Continue. Yeah.
Kilian is the project manager. These names are entirely different.
Yes, okay.
He's a project manager for an agile team that has been doing things for a long time. As early adopters of agile methodologies, they are well seasoned in many ways but fixed in some others. The coders and developers on the team are experienced but have not learned some newer coding languages and disciplines. What should Kilan do with this project team?
Use elimination technique.
Assess the team skilled collectively and individually. Nothing, the team is already ahead of curve by utilizing Agile. Teach them Scrum. Fire the team and I hire the younger course. So D, you will straight away. D and B.
Eliminated.
Yes. Uh, so, Gina, Nadil, so doing for this, and the well seasoned, the team by fix some others. The coders are not, but learn some newer coding language. Teach them scrums.
Why you teach them Scrum? They are not willing to learn new languages, right? They are
Right.
developers. You want them to make Scrum Master, become Scrum Master. Nothing, the team is already ahead of the curve is out. Fire the team is out. Assess the team skill set collectively and individually before you do anything or decide on training. You need to assess their level, current level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are the project manager for large project that will last several years, then your budget is extremely tight. You have another business that sells computer part via the internet. Although your company has a policy against conflict of interest in procurement, you know you can save the project thousands of dollars by company purchasing the equipment through the websites. Because of you sell the project equipment for 1% above your cost, no one within the company would know you are involved in this purchase. If you don't say anything, what should you do? Buy from your business so the project can be saved $1,000. Buy from yourself if management approves the decision. Don't influence the decision for professional profit. Allow several vendors, including your company, to bid, sale, and go with the lowest vendor. So,
Do not think second time. Whenever there is conflict of interest, stay out
yes,
of it. Right? So this is
yeah.
out. B is out. What about C or D? How you can avoid conflict of interest? Kill the problem. How you can?
Kill the problem means C.
Yes, this is kill the problem. Stay out of it, man.
Why we need to take it?
Yes. Okay. Read.
Yes. Alex, the Scrum Master at the Acme Corporation, which has just decided to begin using Agile. Uh, at his first team meeting, Tommy learns that some of the team members are unfamiliar with Agile, but some of his team have used it before. What should Alex to do next? Put together comprehensive training, desk on Agile, evaluate the knowledge of level of them, remove members of the team who do not know Agile, reach out Acme Learning and develop team for help.
Mhm.
C, so we can remove.
C removed. Okay.
So I can previous stage,
Question.
as you said,
Mm,
so evaluate the
yes.
knowledge of them.
Yes. True. So you
Then
need to
we can
evaluate
decide.
their knowledge and then you decide about the training they provide.
Yes.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Kazim is here. Congratulations. Okay, चलो read करो question.
Yeah.
Congratulations से start करो.
Congratulations! You have finished the project work and are performing quality control. You are about to validate scope, and management would first like to examine all the changes that have been requested and their statuses. Management wants to see which changes have been approved and which have been declined. Where can you find all of this information? You will have records only of the change requests that have been approved because declined changes requests are discarded. You will have the records only of the change request that have been declined because all approved changes incorporated in the project scope and the time and cost baseline are the change log, the rest is the C.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. Read continue
तो
जब
कुछ
तक
शक ही
रोकेंगे
नहीं.
नहीं तुझे.
Your organization had tasked you with business development. Specifically, your organization has tasked you with business development. Specifically, they would like to bid on government-based contracts. Where where will you likely find information on government contracts that your organization could bid on? Newspaper, historical information, sales channel, city hall. अरे बाबा ये तो बड़ा खतरनाक सवाल. Your organization had asked you with business development. Specifically, they would like to bid on government-based contracts. Where will you likely find information on government contracts? अच्छा newspaper, historical information, government contracts. सर हिस्टोरिकल इंफॉर्मेशन में भी हो सकता है अगर हमने पिछला उनसे काम किया हुआ हो.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है, क्या बात है. कोई बहस ही नहीं है इसके ऊपर. चल
नहीं सर सही भी है गलत है.
वो अभी आ जाएगा, रिजल्ट ग्रेड करेंगे ना.
ओके ओके. You are the project manager for your organization and you are working with management and several subject matter experts to create the project scope statement. Once the statement is complete, you once the statement is complete, you mention that the key project stakeholders should receive a copy of the project scope statement. Why should the key stakeholders receive a copy of the project scope statement? To ensure that all the key stakeholders have been identified, to ensure that all key stakeholders have the common understanding of the project, to ensure that all project team members are accounted for among the function managers, to ensure that the project manager identified. B.
क्या डेल्टा.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
अच्छा ठीक है जी, कोई बहस ही नहीं है इसके ऊपर. गलत हुआ क्या तो हम तुम्हें पकड़ेंगे एंड में.
आप कोई और पढ़े ना.
चलो चलो पढ़ो पढ़ो.
सर ये
अभी तुम्हारी
न्यूमेरिक आ गया आपने बोला तो न्यूमेरिकल
तुम्हारी
नहीं होगा.
तुम्हारी बत्ती चली गई तो फिर तुम चले जाओगे, इसलिए पढ़ो.
Your project manager for your organization, your management team is determining which project should be initiated based on present value of two projects. Project A will be worth in 3 years. Project B will be worth in 2 years. What is the present value of project A if the interest rate is 6%?
ले आओ कमर को ले आओ वापस. कमर आपकी एक्सपर्टीज
सर
चाहिए इस सवाल में.
लेकिन
So
आपने बोला था कि आप न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू नहीं होगी.
actually, this needs the calculator, but 6% if we will discount it, it will be more appropriately uh, 700 710,000 approximately.
पहले वाला प्रोजेक्ट ए जो है.
Project A 750 is the gross value, but if we will discount 6%, so for 3 years,
7,100 ही होगी.
yeah,
सी सी.
शेर हो गया, शेर हो गया.
आज कमर भाई को बीट करेंगे.
कंटिन्यू कंटिन्यू काजिम.
Management has asked you. Management has asked you, the project manager of KJU project, to provide an estimate of the project cost. Their decision to move forward with the project will be based on your initial estimate. You have just started a project, so what estimate type will you likely provide? Rough order of magnitude, definitive, budget, bottom up.
क्या ही बात है अगर तू
थोड़ी
पहली
बहुत
बार में आंसर दे दे इसका।
है।
हाँ, तेरे पास 10 सेकंड है।
काउंटडाउन तो लगा है।
10, 9, 8,
ये
7,
कैसा सेकंड है?
2, 1, 0.
खत्म। चलो
बजट
कुमार।
बजट
नो, कुमार यू टेल। तुम्हारे पास भी 10 सेकंड है कुमार।
भाई, या तो सी है या डी है।
तेरे तेरे
10,
दोनों गलत हैं, तेरे दोनों गलत हैं।
7,
फिर ए दे
6,
दो, ए दे दो फिर।
4,
कमाल
3,
टेक ए।
1,
नो,
0.
कुमार भी 0। अब कमर बता दो तुम।
But A is the option, rough order of
वाह,
magnitude.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है।
सर वैसे ये रफ ऑर्डर मैंने इसलिए नहीं लिया क्योंकि आपने कल बताया था कि वी आर नॉट गोइंग फॉर एजम्पशंस।
अरे नहीं, जब प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट होता है तो आप अज्यूम ये करते हैं कि यार चलो मैं रफ ऑर्डर ऑफ मैग्नीट्यूड एस्टिमेट दे देता हूँ, जो प्लस माइनस 20-30% के डिफरेंस से होता है। इट कैन बी
अच्छा
1 मिलियन, इट कैन बी 1,30,00,000 और इट कैन बी सेवेंटी
अच्छा।
सेवन हंड्रेड थाउजेंड
और सर बॉटम अप क्या था?
जो पूरी जब पूरा WBS बन जाता है तो हर एक्टिविटी को एस्टिमेट करके वर्क पैकेज की कॉस्ट निकलती है, फिर सारे वर्क पैकेजेस को एस्टिमेट करके कंट्रोल अकाउंट्स की कॉस्ट निकलती है, फिर सारे कंट्रोल अकाउंट्स को एस्टिमेट करके डिलीवरेबल की कॉस्ट बनती है, फिर सारे डिलीवरेबल्स को एस्टिमेट करके पूरे प्रोजेक्ट की कॉस्ट बनती है।
उसको बॉटम अप कहते हैं।
उसे बॉटम अप कहते हैं ना, हर चीज आप एस्टिमेट करके ऊपर लेके जा रहे हो तो ऐड करके एग्रीगेट कर रहे हो।
यानी बॉटम अप के मतलब है जो बिल्कुल ही पक्की एक्चुअल कॉस्ट हो, प्रैक्टिकल कॉस्ट।
हाँ, प्रैक्टिकल। लेकिन
चले
फिर
सही।
वही है कि जो है सिचुएशन क्या है एग्जैक्ट क्वेश्चन में। ओके, नाउ आई थिंक देर इज वन मोर गाय हु ज्वाइंट। क्या नाम है, फराज? नॉट देयर। ओके, कंटिन्यू काजिम।
ओहो। A new project is forming to create a new warehouse. The warehouse plans calls for completion within 1 year if the expected resources are available. Management requires the in-house development team on this project. The project manager and the project sponsor, however, feel the available resources are committed to too many other projects and won't have adequate availability to work on new projects. Because of all this, additional time will be needed in development. Which one of the following? Right? Because of all this, additional time will be needed in development. Which one of the following? A team development plan, a resource limited schedule, a procurement management plan, a responsibility assignment matrix. ब्रावो और चार्ली तो नहीं है।
ठीक है,
यार रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी असाइनमेंट मैट्रिक्स, अ टीम। ये सर ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी असाइनमेंट मैट्रिक्स वही है, राकी जो होता है,
आइवा
RACI।
आइवा।
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
अल्लाह माफ करे यार।
4,
खत्म इसका
1.
टाइम।
डी डी डी
चलो,
डी डी डी।
यस कमर।
डेल्टा डेल्टा। हेलो।
Yeah, I think more appropriate is the delta, as Kazim is mentioning, because they already know the people who are committed and they know which resource they needed actually. So plan is already there, but only they need to assign the responsibility. So I think D is more appropriate.
By the way, when the resource is limited, I mean the resource is already constrained. Resources already constrained and resources already engaged. then you have to map the resource constraint on top of your critical path, on top of your schedule. That इधर रहेगा, इधर नहीं रहेगा, इधर पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा, अगर ना आया तो क्या करेंगे, ये रिसोर्स अगर ना आया तो ये भी पाथ क्रिटिकल बन जाएगा, ये एक्टिविटी डिले हो जाएगी, ठीक है. सो आई वुड गो विद बी. Okay, but yeah, you guys want me to select D, I will go with D, and then later we review.
Okay.
Okay. Chalo. Yes, Kamar.
Bob is a Scrum Master for Project L, which is the fifth iteration and has a velocity of 49 story points. Recently, a new developer joined the team and has approached Bob with several questions about the project. What is the best response Bob could provide? Answer their question and refer them to project document. Assign another team member to help them out. Refer them to project documentation. Defer their question until the next daily stand-up. I think probably the B, because if somebody is coming joining, then we are telling, okay, you tell him what we are doing. Yeah, okay, go and tell him.
Shuhaza,
he is
काम चोर लोगो. अगले
so
लगा दो दूसरे बंदे को.
मुझे तो
normally
अल्फा और डेल्टा सही लग रहा है.
no, normally we are doing like that. Definitely they will refer the project documentation. But other team member, we know, like you already done it. Okay, you just tell them what we are doing. Okay, go and start. So
खुद ही
normally
पता
we
लग
have
जाएगा.
this attitude, and we are doing.
Normally we are doing that. Okay, जाके खुद पता करो क्या प्रॉब्लम है, जाओ स्टार्ट हो जाओ, खुद ही
Uh,
समझ आ जाएगा.
uh, you will start few days, then you will come to know what we are doing.
Okay, you
But
will not defer the question until
definitely,
next daily stand up. You will definitely, yeah.
D
Tell
is
me.
not
अल्फा
alpha or beta.
Okay,
अल्फा.
कमर, तुम्हारे पास रिजेक्ट करने के 5 सेकंड है.
1
I
2
think
3 4 5.
B.
तेरा 5 हो गया था. उसने किया 1 2 3 4
I
5.
ये ऊपर से नीचे नहीं है, नीचे से ऊपर आ गया है. B for beta.
इसी में ही.
I remember. No, previous. Leave it. No, new it will come.
रीड करो
At the
कमर.
time of Paul is managing a agile software development project that has changed significantly throughout several agile sprints. When originally conceived, the project has numerous potential benefits identified at its charter and other founding documents. Paul is worried that while the team is increasing its increment quickly and functionally, it may not provide the benefits that were initially promised. Everyone is excited about the functionality of the software and the speed at it is being. Paul does not want to be negative person who says that the software is not meeting the original version. How should Paul address this situation? Keep quiet because it's agile and supposed to change. Create a new charter, review the charter and other founding documents with the key stakeholder, change project backlog fix the issue. I think definitely it's an agile project. Maybe originally potential benefit we agreed. But I think C is also more relevant. Review the charter and other founding document with the stakeholder.
काजिम,
I will also go for C because you cannot create a new charter by yourself.
चैलेंज करने के लिए कुमार, You have 10 seconds. I want to challenge there, okay, by the way. So you have a hint. So which one should you
10,
go for?
10
कमर भाई
मैं
कुछ और सलाह कर ले कमर भाई, अभी चांस है।
मैं तो ये कह रहा हूँ, मैंने सी किया, आप कम से कम ए तो करें।
ये बहुत बुरा लग रहा है, मैं भी बोलता
कुमार 10 9 वो सो गया लगता है।
हूँ।
ओके
हमारी बारी में इतना तेज।
नहीं 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 नहीं। यहाँ पे ही हूँ।
टेल कमर वो कुमार टेल व्हाट इज योर आंसर?
No, I'm just trying to understand the question.
So the question is that potentially what benefits you put in the charter that this project will take me to the moon, or it will give us a million of revenue. Now, although you are delivering, but you see that the benefits will not be there. So you are, team is happy we are delivering, but you know that what we are delivering, it will not gonna give us benefits. And you are like hesitant to say that, guys, don't be happy. You don't want to be a negative person. So what shall you do? Okay, I will answer this question and then I will head to the airport. You should create the charter, guys. Whenever the project has lost its benefits, remember, we are doing it for benefits. If we cannot deliver those benefits, the project has lost its purpose. We have to start a new project. Okay, so let's review now. Grade. Yeah, any objection?
अच्छा नहीं, कोई ऑब्जेक्शन है सर। चार्टर का बस थोड़ा सा वो बताएगा कि चार्टर क्या होता है।
चार्टर होता है, प्रोजेक्ट चार्टर होता है जो प्रोजेक्ट को ऑथराइज करता है कि ये प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर ऑथराइज्ड है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की रिसोर्सेज यूज करने के लिए और प्रोजेक्ट के ऑब्जेक्टिव अचीव करने के लिए। लाइसेंस दे दिया गया इसको, अब ये इसने प्रोजेक्ट को कंप्लीट करके हमें डिलीवरेबल्स ला करके देने हैं और बेनिफिट्स अचीव करके देने हैं। तो प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर को
यानी
ऑथराइज
द
करता है
बैकबोन
प्रोजेक्ट
ऑफ द
चार्टर।
प्रोजेक्ट।
इट इज योर लाइसेंस बीइंग अ प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर। कोई किसी को जाके बोलोगे ना कि आई एम अ पीएम, तो बोलेगा किसने ऑथराइज किया तुम्हें? स्पॉन्सर ने किया, ये प्रोजेक्ट चार्टर है, इस पे साइन हुए स्पॉन्सर के, मेरे भी हुए, हमने ये, मैं इसका प्रोजेक्ट चार्टर हूँ, यह मेरा लाइसेंस है। अब आपको मेरी बात माननी पड़ेगी, लाइक इट और नॉट। ग्रेडिंग द टेस्ट गाइस।
अच्छा
खलास।
ओके भाई, ग्रेड करते हैं
मिस्ड।
भाई।
वाओ वी
अरे
स्टिल
सर एक
फेल।
बात बताइए, मैं रिव्यू द चार्टर पे एंड फाउंडिंग प्रिंसिपल के हम, मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि यहीं फेल हो गए।
नहीं, हमने क्वेश्चन 24 अटेम्प्ट किया ना आउट ऑफ 180। ओके लेट्स रिव्यू। ये वाला कौन सा था? स्कोप मस्ट बी रिवाइज्ड। आप नहीं थे इधर, आई थिंक वी वर डिस्कसिंग विद कमर। ओके नेक्स्ट है, so we will review those which we attempted wrongly, let's say। ये भी सही है, determine what skills are needed to complete the project। ठीक है। ग्राउंड रूल्स ये मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया था कि जब भी कोई नया बंदा आके ज्वाइन करता है तो फिर उस बंदे को टेक थ्रू करो ग्राउंड रूल्स से। ओके ग्रेट। व्हाट स्किल शुड द स्क्रम मास्टर प्रोसेस, सारी की सारी। ठीक है जी, आगे आ जाओ। शुहाजा आगे क्यों नहीं जा रहा? गलत हो गया एक। हाँ कमर, कुमार वाज राइट। हे कुमार, add the risk to the risk register, all my explanation went into dustbin। B, preparing mitigation strategy is not the best response as the risk must also be added to the risk register। Okay guys, so I correct myself, add the to the risk register and regularly review it and optimize the responses as well। Definitely you're gonna add the response as well।
सर थोड़ा स्लो स्लो चला, मुझे स्क्रीन ही नजर नहीं आ रही।
सब रिकॉर्डिंग में मिलेगा तुझे, अब तूने पार्टी मिस कर दी है। नेक्स्ट। स्क्रीन क्यों नहीं नजर आ रही? अब भाई ओके, स्लो क्या, पूरी स्क्रीन ही रुक गई है तेरे लिए? क्यों नहीं जा रहा नेक्स्ट?
No.
Sorry, I got disconnected. Okay, so this was also not divergence, it was gulf of evaluation. Okay, so I explained gulf of misunderstanding, but I think I was wrong. It was gulf of evaluation. So my idea was right, but I forgot the full form of it. So it was gulf of evaluation. Okay, whenever there is big difference between two teammates, and then you need to remove that difference, that is gulf of evaluation. Okay. Then resource management plan. So we don't have good understanding between the difference between staffing management and resource management plan. Why? Why? Resource management plan will account for the employee's time on the project. I don't agree with this, by the way. Okay, I agree with this. Yeah. At least if you ask me, resource management plan will tell you for how long you need the resource, and then you put the cost to it as well, that how much it will cost you to keep the resource. However, if you ask me that staffing management plan will
सब
फिर मैं रह गया था।
उन लोगों का रिकॉर्डिंग छोड़ो, कोई हम आपके पीछे आपकी बुराई कर रहे थे सर।
कोई गल नहीं। Okay, guys, listen. Staffing
मैं क्या
management
देखो
plan
बाबा।
and
देखो
resource management plan में, स्टाफिंग मैनेजमेंट प्लान में आपके पास ड्यूरेशन लाजमी होगी कि कितनी ड्यूरेशन के लिए रिसोर्स को आपने रखना है, क्योंकि यू हैव टू ऑल्सो एट द कॉस्ट फॉर इट इन द रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट प्लान। बट स्टाफिंग मैनेजमेंट प्लान के अंदर आपके पास स्टार्ट डेट और एंड डेट आएगी, exactly when in the project you will have this resource onboarded with you, and it will start on this date and it will end finish on this date. Okay, next, cost of quality बताया था, it is the combination of cost of conformance and cost of non-conformance. ये भी ठीक है, review the agenda with others, ask the team how they are working, how they can work together to improve, क्योंकि improvement की हमेशा गुंजाइश होती है. What should the final project report? Why should the final project report be archived? Because we can use it. Problem solving नहीं है, compromise है भाई. ये कुमार, this is an example of compromise in which both parties lose something in the decision. So the other guy in the at the cost of she paid the cost actually. Where if you didn't agree her, he agreed with you and you paid the price. So both have lost something, because he didn't like the tiles and he accepted it. So he lost something, and you paid the price. So you lost something. So it is compromise, not the problem solving. Benchmarking is correct. Assess the team skill and then you decide about the training or whatever. Do not influence, take yourself away, conflict of interest. Before giving them training on Agile, evaluate the knowledge level. Change log is where you add all the changes, even if it is rejected or accepted. लो जी, हिस्टोरिकल इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है, why? I don't know. न्यूज़पेपर में आएगी, गवर्नमेंट
सर
न्यूज़पेपर में
यही होगा,
आएगी.
बिल्कुल ये गवर्नमेंटल इंफॉर्मेशन न्यूज़पेपर में ही आएंगी ना सर। मैं आपसे ये पूछ रहा था कि हिस्टोरिकल
हाँ
इंफॉर्मेशन में उस वक्त आएगी जब हमने पुराना कोई इसके साथ प्रोजेक्ट किया हुआ होगा।
हाँ, क्या बात है, ये पाकिस्तान के लोगों को सही पता होता है. सुबह सुबह उठ के अखबार आता है घर में, एक बंदा बैंक के जाता है नवाई वक्त.
पीटीआई का नंबर निकाल।
To ensure that all the key stakeholders have common understanding, ठीक हो गया। ओ गलत हो गया 710 वाले।
ये
अब वो कैलकुलेटर की जरूरत थी ऑब्वियसली, फिर वो 6% लगाना था, अंदाजा तो नहीं लगाया, लेकिन 630 भी ठीक ही है।
हाँ, सही
करीब करीब है।
है। रफ ऑर्डर ऑफ मैग्नीट्यूड भी ठीक है। ओ गलत हो गया, ये किसने, वो मैंने गलत। ओए मैं सही बता रहा था, मैं बी सही बता रहा था, रिसोर्स लिमिटेड स्केड्यूल।
और रिस्पॉन्सिबल, अरे हम सही थे।
नहीं, तुम लोग सही नहीं थे, ये देखो। तुम लोग रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी असाइनमेंट मैट्रिक्स कह रहे थे और मैं रिसोर्स लिमिटेड स्केड्यूल कह रहा था। बट डू यू डिड यू गाइस एग्री,
ओके
राइट?
ओके।
डिड यू गाइस अंडरस्टूड मैं क्या कह रहा था? नहीं
जी
तो
जी जी, वो
रिकॉर्डिंग को
आपने
देख
बताया
लेना।
रिसोर्स का।
ओह मैं गलत कह रहा था, क्रिएट अ न्यू चार्टर। आखिरी सवाल था रिव्यू द चार्टर एंड
डी
अदर
डी
फंडिंग
डी
डॉक्यूमेंट्स विद द, नहीं सी
यही
है।
तो मैं बहस कर रहा था, आप
अलाडी अलाडी डी।
ठीक हो
यही तो
वेरी
मैं
सर।
कह रहा था, ये हर जगह अप्लाई
सर
होती है।
बस केएफसी मंगवा दे।
हर जगह डेल्फी अप्लाई कर देते हैं। चलो गाइस, अब मेरी गाड़ी आ गई है। ठीक है फिर, बाय बाय।
ओके सर,
अल्लाह हाफिज।
थैंक यू अलॉट सर।